From WXXI News, this is Connections. I'm Evan Dawson. Our connection this hour was made this morning in Los Angeles, where two leaders in the Trump administration called a news conference regarding the problem of homelessness in this country. HUD Secretary Scott Turner and HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced that the administration is changing how it funds programs that work with the homeless population. Secretary Turner said that too many programs across the country are taking public dollars while only making drug addiction and homelessness worse. They chose L.A. for a reason. HUD says L.A. has received more federal homelessness funding than any other jurisdiction in the nation, only to see the problem double in the last decade. In a statement, HUD said, quote, "We are rooting out corruption and ensuring that those who need care are truly getting it. The days of funding corrupt failure are over. The Trump administration will not enable the homeless industrial complex," end quote. The changes to federal policy have ripples everywhere, including Rochester. And some who work in the field argue that the administration is not simply cutting off dollars to organizations that are failing. One local organization works on child homelessness, and their executive director is not going to hesitate to discuss the impact of federal policy or the passion she has for helping the population of children who are homeless in our region. The Center for Youth has expanded its mission, working with this population that has desperate need, and their largest annual fundraiser, Rochester Fashion Week, is coming up. Here to discuss it is Elaine Spaull, Executive Director of the Center for Youth. It's nice to see you back.
Thank you, Evan. Starting on a somber note, but we're going to liven this up. And thank you, because we are under attack and assault, and we're going to talk about that. And thank you so much.
Well, thankfully, we're not going to spend the whole hour on that because we've got a lot of people to talk to.
We've got a lot of good stuff to talk about.
And some of them include Julia Sibley, a personal stylist and the founder of Storied. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Across the table from Julia, let me welcome Marcel McCollough, who is designer and owner of NoBlam. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
And welcome to Angela Monique, a vintage collector and stylist with Brown Girls 2.
Thank you.
Nice to have all of you here. So just briefly, Elaine, the story in L.A. is that the administration is saying, look, we're cutting funding for homelessness because a lot of it doesn't work, and if it doesn't work, we're not doing it anymore, and it's a waste of money.
And I think, Evan, what an ironic time we have on Monday, August 17th, two major grants due to HHS. Our HUD money is under review again. I've made up a word. I say that we continue to be injunct because we never know day to day which injunction will impact us. So our funds come through the COC, Partners Addressing Homelessness, working very hard, and then we have new protocols, practices, policies that come out of HUD after we've all been told what our funding is. So there's an uncertainty. What is certain is that homelessness is rising for sure, 16 to 21, the most aggressively homeless population here in Rochester, Monroe County, and across the country. And that the uncertainty means that some smaller organizations, those really struggling, not the center, thank goodness, can't get the grants done in time. And we're hearing through the grapevine, people like to tell me stuff that a blue state, no matter how good, no matter how hard, no matter what the legacy is, for 3 or 4 decades we've been funded, is under review. So, we have to be strong. Listen, we have choices. We can be braver, fiercer, more resilient, more persisting, and that's what we're doing at the center. Other people are going in the other direction, closing shelters, not applying, just not playing along because it's too hard. It's hard.
Some of the highest rates of homelessness are in the contiguous American South in states like Mississippi that tend to be red politically. You're saying that there's less targeting of red states right now?
We're being told, just a lot of people are saying, do you want to spend, it's a 90-page application, and we used to have 60 days to respond. Now we have less than 3 weeks. So they're releasing them sooner. Later, asking for them sooner. Funding is up in September. It's already August. So by the end of September, early October, our grants could go away. We're just submitting them now. They used to come out in early June, and they were 6 weeks later. Now they're back within 2.5, 3 weeks. Small organizations can't get them done. And then we are also being told that if you're a blue state, if you're in a sanctuary city, which of course we're proud to be and have been for long time, this is not new, that we are going to take care of our kids. And we're not going to ask them questions that don't matter about their background, who they are, where they were. We're not asking who they love. We're not asking those questions. but the government would like us to ask those questions. And that's not what you do when someone presents on the street as homeless. So we have choices. What's happening here, and you're going to hear about it in this room, is that people are saying, okay, that's happening. We know that's happening. But what happens next? What happens next? And what happens next is what's happening with these people in this room and with Fashion Week Reimagined and with an enormous amount of personal financial support coming from foundations and individuals at a time when most people think folks are going in the other direction. It's not true. I don't see it. Maybe I'm just lucky. I think I'm blessed, but we're seeing an enormous amount of support coming for us.
This is not the same thing, but I'm going to invoke something that our audience will understand and know well. When the federal funding for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting was cut, we had to try to do something in 2025 that we'd prefer not to have done, which is go to the audience again and say, look, we're $1.9 million down. We're probably going to be $2 million down every year, which we currently are. That's the reality. And if we don't raise everything we ever raised in the past plus $2 million, then you're cutting. And it's tough, Elaine, because if we pull it off, inevitably someone says, well, you never needed that federal funding in the first place. Right, and you are such a force of nature that you're probably going to figure out a way to fill in the gaps. And someone's going to tell you, well, you never needed the federal funding. But I want you to describe what the actual worst case is here. How much federal funding are we talking about? What's the impact?
So it's about $2 million total in federal funding. But right now, there's 2 grants. Those total about $600,000, the ones that are due on the 17th. We will not close a shelter, not on my watch. I will stand in the street if I have to. What happens, though, in terms and what's happening next around Fashion Week is that we're also giving this community something they want and need and love and support. So it's a win-win-win. And so at the very time, and this year, we're reimagining for the first time, and Angela's going to talk about it, we're putting our own young people on the runway. We've never done that. Julia's putting all local, amazing, small businesses, local vendors on the runway. Sel is a local guy who we love. We're going to put our local people on the runway. We'll talk about, we have one look, and Julia can talk about, that is not local. They're coming from Peru, and they're connected to my daughter who passed away. But before she did, she started a program in Peru with these young women who are making organic sweaters for Eileen Fisher. So we have choices. We all have choices. So what we're doing is giving this community more than they've ever had before in a way that really is not just charming and talented and fun, but really, really important. Okay,
last question on this subject, and then we get into the designers here. Your mission's had to expand.
Yeah.
And I know that you are someone who knows a lot of the movers and shakers in our entire region.
Yeah.
And you're also someone who lifts them up and praises them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the reality is right now, who's working with homeless youth?
Well, there's a lot of people who are delivering support services, but very few people are delivering beds. Beds. I talked to the mayor and the county about beds. We have to have places for people to sleep. Right now, nobody else is supporting unaffiliated, unaccompanied young people in shelters, just the Center for Youth. So we're expanding our transitional living program. We're expanding as much as we can, our host home program. Certainly the crisis nursery takes care of little ones when their parents are homeless. I met a 5-month-old the other day. I wanted to take her with me. There was a situation of near kidnapping. Her mama lives in one of our shelters. So we're taking care of this community in ways that we always have and will continue to do harder and harder. But right at this moment, although we appreciate everybody's support, there is no one else supporting unaccompanied young people over the age of 12.
And when HUD or RFK says that there is a homeless industrial complex scamming the public, do you agree with that?
You know, the salaries of our staff are too low. They have overnights. They're on the street. No, I mean, it's just ridiculous. And it's honestly offensive. I would like to, I would love to sit in a room with that guy. And I'd love him to come see my shelters.
I would love for you to sit in a room with that guy. Where you guys can do it right here.
Okay.
Right here on
Oh, my God. What if he
said...
You
and RFK.
What if he said yes? Well, we'd do it. No, I mean, it's
in a heartbeat.
It's offensive to me. It's offensive because I know my staff. I know what we do. We're in a very thin margin, and the staff is not paid enough. Some of our overnight staff make $18 an hour. You can make more at a car wash. So please this is just nonsense. It's ridiculous, and it's offensive to anyone who's supporting young people facing who are unhoused.
All right. So Fashion Week of Rochester started when?
We're in our 16th year.
And, Elaine likes to say, for those who haven't connected the dots, it can seem jarring. You're going, the high world of fashion supporting some of the highest need and most desperate people in the region. But you make it work.
Yeah.
How do you explain that?
Well, there's something about offering this community an organic, authentic view of who we are, our best selves. And we should celebrate our best selves just as we're celebrating and working every day. And I always tell everybody, if you meet some of my kids who are homeless, those closest to the problem are closest to the solution. They'll tell you what we need to do. And that's always been true. And people don't like to listen. We listen. Fashion Week listens. And that's really what's happening. And, a young person like Marcel, I'm moving towards that direction because he has to leave first. But that's...
So we got plenty of time. We're going to get his story.
We're going to plenty of time. But honestly, it just has always worked. It has always worked.
Well, the dates this year are October 15, 16, 17.
Right.
3 nights.
Right.
But the location, if you haven't been there in a few years, is maybe not where you've been in the past.
No, we've never been on a piece of dirt at 1237 East Main Street in front of the Fetters building. If you go down Main Street past the RGRTA where they store buses, there's a water tower with a woman's face on it. We're going to build a glass tent. Well, it's actually called a structural membrane, not a tent, because it's a different fire code. And
Thank you for that.
I know
I
about codes. I was once a city councilwoman. So, it's a glass structural membrane with.
I'm going to call it a tent, but you do
okay, you can call it a tent,
right.
But it's glass and it's big and it's beautiful.
When's it getting built?
It's going to be built the week before. We're going to have practices. We're going to go in and check it out. It's really a remarkable opportunity. Sean McCarthy and his team is joining us at a 50%. Just don't tell anybody else that. I should not. No, we're paying full price. Never mind. Oh boy. But everybody's stepping up. And Stacy Kay, who can't be with us today, is really the logistical producer. She's over setting up for Hoochie is where she is right now.
Yeah.
That's happening this weekend. But we're finding this just positive energy. The Duttons own the property, and they're going to take down trees and make water, and it's going to be remarkable.
So tickets are going to go on sale tonight?
Yes, they're launching tonight. We've never launched this quickly, this soon. We want to do that. My biggest fear, and I told my husband last night, he doesn't want to chat with me after a certain hour. I've noticed that. Over the last 55 years, maybe Megan, and I'm not going to go there. But I said, I think we're going to sell out and people are going to hate me. He's like, when will you be happy with selling out? I mean, we're going to sell out, and I'm worried about that.
Is that because there's fewer?
There's 650 seats, but it's all the VIP tables are about 85% sold already. And so all we have are this 224 seats. They're going to go quickly.
That's your way of saying people better get moving.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, check it out. FashionWeekRochester.org.
FashionWeekRochester.org, and benefits the Center for Youth and benefits the efforts that Elaine has been talking about. Yeah. No matter what happens with the federal government, you're going to press on and do what you do.
We do. Yes.
So the people at this table are all involved in different ways, and I want to get their stories. And I will start with a guy who is on a little bit of a shorter time this hour. Marcel McCollough. He goes by Cell. He's the designer and the owner of NoBlam. What is NoBlam?
NoBlam is Rochester's brand. I like to tell that since I'm Rochester born and raised, we don't have a streetwear brand that can go across the world and scream Rochester.
Okay.
Yes.
And so what's the meaning of NoBlam?
NoBlam was taken from a TV show, a Nickelodeon show. Sorry, Kablam. So
but
it's like no blam, no bad, nothing. Who wants a mid lifestyle? Nobody.
No, mid, by the way, is what the young people say these days.
Yeah.
Your style is not mid. Your style is fire.
Yes.
It's fire.
Nice.
And there's going to be fire
No
because...
cap, it's fire.
Okay, so Marcel is putting on looks with redheads called Red Hot. He's red hot.
Yes.
I'm looking for some firefighters, but okay, NoBlam is going to feature Red Hot, and Marcel is going to make that happen.
So tell me about Red Hot. That's a great lead in here.
To commemorate the year of the fire horse, there will be. I'm not going to give much away just because I'm still sculpting, I would say. I'm an artist when it comes to clothing. No.
Well, sure you
There
are.
will be there'll be pants, shoes. Well, not shoes, maybe hats, hoodies. We are from the place that hoodies were created, and I'll have some shirts. I screen print during the day and through the night too. But there'll be a lot of different pieces. I sew, print, hold hands, whatever is needed to be done, I'll make it happen.
Now, what night are we talking about?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Opening night?
Yes.
Thursday night.
He's
and-
near the end of Thursday. People are going to be waiting in great anticipation.
Have you been to Fashion Week before?
This will be my first one.
You excited?
Yeah. I haven't even attended either, so I apologize.
No. Look, I mean,
It's never too late.
I know Elaine's
Yeah.
going to get you hooked here. How did you get hooked up with Elaine, and how did this happen?
So I do apparel for Scott Miller Salon, and Scott and Helen Miller put my name in the pot, and somehow, thankful to Fatima, I was brought up. I also do know Angela. Shout out to my business partner, Mav, who made the connection. But my name was put in the pot, and I'm grateful to be a part of this. It happened pretty quickly, so I'm still getting up to speed.
Yeah.
But I'm ready.
He's so adorable because he's got this laugh that is just too much. I wish you all could. Well, can you hear
They
it?
I
can
think
hear
you
it. Get
can.
closer.
They can.
Oh, yeah.
Get closer.
Oh, yeah.
Get closer.
It's
just don't wanna
live
be too
stream
loud.
too. You can see it. You can see.
Too loud.
No, you exude positive energy. I will say that about Marcel. It's definitely true here.
And we want new. We're reimagining. We want new. We want, and he has a city logo on his stuff. I mean, we don't. We'll send you a photo. Well, how?
I need your size. I'll give
We
you
need
a
his
size.
size. Although we can, listen. We could put a red wig on Evan.
I got plenty of space on this dome.
It's a me too.
Is that why you're wearing a hat?
Yep, I
See, I
might
should wear a hat every day.
No.
You wouldn't design a hat for connections?
Why not?
Every
Yeah.
day. Cover it.
Yes.
There won't be a glare on the camera anymore. So, Marcel, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Rochester, but specifically Spencerport. I'll be honest.
Okay. You gotta be honest.
It counts.
There's nothing to be ashamed about. There's nothing wrong with Spencerport.
No, I know. I lived on the south side of the city. My parents worked. My dad worked at Delphi. My mom worked at Kodak. You know, it was a little rough, and then we slid out. But I'm grateful because my family lived. I had two aunts who lived 2 streets over, and we would visit. It was like I never moved. I was senior class president, and I think that has helped me through life. Just the cool kids like me because I did a rap for half of my speech, but then I spent time on my lunches with special ed kids, and like I know they voted for me, and my parents raised me well. You know,
Obviously.
yeah, I can't. If I do something wrong, I know I'm wrong. There's gonna be an apology first before anything, but I'm just excited. Sorry.
Being senior class president has helped you in life?
Oh yeah.
I was senior class president, and
Okay.
I dread reunions.
I didn't go to the first one. I'll be honest, in 10 years,
See?
I wasn't where I wanted to be.
You guys signed up to do this for decades, man. This just never ends. Although, somebody listening is going to say, Evan, you haven't been involved in 20 years with us. You got to learn how to delegate. No, the positive energy and frankly, the story is awesome. What do you want to do with NoBlam and with your business going forward?
With NoBlam, I want to be worldwide. I want to keep spreading Rochester story to everybody. This is a special place, beautiful people. The light that is here just needs to shine brighter, and that's really all I want. I went to college in Cleveland, lived there for 5 years, and I learned a lot from viewing the pride that they had for Cleveland. I always loved Rochester, and I remember being younger. I have tattoos now, but I didn't have any until I was 30. Yes. It would be cool to see somebody with a Rochester tattoo on their chest or lower abdomen, and it's like, wait, you're from Rochester? And it's like a stamp. I know that's more, a little edgy, but I'm still yet to get mine. But it's a thing where I saw that, and one of the first items I made were the Rochester sweats. They have Rochester logos all over them, and more people have bought them from out of town than in town.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's insane because I'm like, whoever designed that logo did a great job because it looks great.
Where do people find your work right now?
Right now, NoBlamco.com, NoBlamco.com.
NoBlamco.com.
Yes.
And when was your first design? How long you been doing this?
2020. Yeah, COVID.
Easy year.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
Yep.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
You happy doing it?
Very. My inner child is happy.
I mean, you're obviously an artist, and you
Yes.
have a lot of pride in Rochester, but
Yes.
it's got to be hard. It's got to be a hard business.
It can be. There's with the fleas that go on now. I'm one of the board members for the Great New York State Flea at the public market. Coming up September 3rd. Sorry.
It's okay.
September 3rd at the market?
Yes. With those things going on, it makes it a little bit easier, but it still is tough because we got the World Wide Web, and with every single day there's something new. But that feeling of pushing to do something new, it's just like, no, I just need new people to see this thing that I've already been doing because it's new to them. It's not. I don't have to change myself over and over and over and over again to try to hit an audience that is already there. They just haven't seen the thing you've done. So it's like taking that and remembering I want to promote Rochester. So I've taken a Xerox logo, turned it into an N, Country Sweet logo. I have socks on right now that have Genesee Brew Co. logo, but it's turned into NoBlam. So anything that I do is the push to bring people back to viewing Rochester instead of just myself.
I think you're going to have fun
Yes.
on Thursday, October
Evan, we're going to
15th.
have an interactive link on the tables and on the screen so that someone can link right to Marcel. I call him Marcel,
okay.
but Sel, and buy that sweatshirt, those pants right then. And it's a brand new thing we're adding. It's really important. We have to support our young vendors. We have to support these young stylists.
And if you want to see Marcel's stuff at Fashion Week, again, it's late on the first night, opening night,
Yeah.
Thursday, October 15th. It's Fashion Week Rochester.
Rochester.
FashionWeekRochester.org
Right.
for information there. And it's Marcel's debut
His
at Fashion Week.
debut.
First time.
First time.
But you talk about-
Look at how adorable. Is he adorable? I mean, I fell in love with him. You know, it's easy. Well, I fall in love easily, as you probably know. But this one, look at that guy. I mean, he's just.
I'm sorry.
He's
I'm blushing. If you can't tell, I'm blushing. I know.
He's blushing.
So, but you know what's actually really kind of lovely about this, Elaine? So many people, when he says more people from out of town are buying with the logo than in town, this is a town I have found, having lived here for 23 years now. I'm from Cleveland originally. So, but where you grow up, people have both intense pride, but also a little bit of cynicism about it. So you can have both. You don't want outsiders criticizing you. It's like, no, that's for us to do.
Yes.
We can criticize where we grew up, but I don't want to hear it from Buffalo. I don't want to hear it from Miami. I don't want to.
Right.
So, and this is someone who has incredible, obvious pride
Look at that face.
in Rochester, which is a city and a region that sort of needs it right now.
So
Don't
much.
you think?
I do. Buffalo stole 716. I'm not over it. But I want to talk about, just for a second, because obviously Angela and Julie have a lot to say too, but having Marcel, he was new. I met him, honestly, 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
He came to me through Fatima, who's actually in Las Vegas buying furs and leather for you to walk in, Evan, on the Saturday show. But I'm just teasing.
I didn't even know I was doing that.
It's not going to happen. He's like his agent won't let him. But I think that this was and you're going to meet Naz and obviously Julia and Angela both. It's a amazing energy. And right now we could be really sad, all of us, about what's happening with our kids, what's happening with our country, what's happening with this just uncertainty and this hate. You know, it's really hard to fight against hate. We can fight against all kinds of things. It's really hard to fight against hate, and that's what we're living with. So you meet a guy like Marcel or Julia or Angela sitting with us, and of course you and your team, you feel better. It's like we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
Well, if you want to check out FashionWeekRochester.org, tickets are still available. It benefits the Center for Youth. Elaine Spaull is the executive director. And before we kick Sell out of here, although he did great. He'd be welcome back here. We're going to bring NazMeir Lucas in. Let me talk to Julia and Angela a little bit here. Now, Julia Sibley is a personal stylist and founder of Storied. What is Storied, by the way?
Storied is a personal styling consulting business. So I help people kind of find their own personal story and bring that out in how we express ourselves through clothing.
How long you been doing that?
About a year.
About a year?
Yeah.
So that's new.
Yeah. Decade in advertising. Before that, at Warby Parker. So, the definition of purpose brand
Have I been
and
saying
fashion.
Warby Parker forever?
What do you say it again?
Warby Parker.
Warby Parker. Warby Parker.
Okay.
It's a little more of an A.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right. Okay. See,
Yeah.
I mean, you learn something all the time here. So you took the plunge a year ago.
Yeah.
How'd you get hooked up with Elaine Spaull?
Oh, I've known Elaine since I moved back to Rochester,
Right,
actually.
yeah, a long
so
time.
Probably 15 years?
15 years,
15
right? From
years.
the beginning, yeah.
From the beginning, yeah. I was living downtown, and I think you were a city councilwoman at the
Maybe,
time.
perhaps. I think I was.
I don't know.
I was.
But Elaine
I
meets
admit it.
everyone.
I
Yeah.
admit it, yeah. So Julia has been connected with the Spaull family through her creative energy and where she worked, and certainly, Matthew was connected with Julia, did some shoots together. She's a remarkable mother of 3 little girls, 2, 6, and 8. No,
2, 4, and 6.
2, 4. Oh,
You're,
geez,
yeah.
2, 4. And
Even
I made
closer.
them. I made them
Crunch them closer together.
Closer together.
More chaos.
And
Add chaos.
More chaos.
Lots of chaos. Lots of girls in their family. What Julia's curating on Friday is really, really special, and I want to give her a chance to talk about the whole sense of sustainability and heritage and all that. So
it's the second night
it's the second
Second
night.
of Fashion Week Rochester. It's Friday, October 16th.
Yes.
So what are you doing?
So it's always been family night. That Fashion Week, like Elaine said, we're in 16th year. I've actually been involved in Fashion Week, since 15 years ago, kind of either walking or somehow involved. And Friday night, we're really being very intentional with what's on the runway. It's all about sustainability. It's all about families. It's all about multi-generational fashion and kind of clothing built to last and wearing clothing that expresses ourselves through conscious choices and all of those things. So it's all, like Elaine said, it's local businesses, it's local stores, it's local designers, it's handmade stuff, it's secondhand stuff, it's some vintage stuff, it's anything that has meaning behind what we're wearing. It's I think you asked at the beginning, how do you connect Center for Youth and fashion? It's a runway show where we connecting those dots, and we all wear clothing. We all love clothing. We all love to express ourselves, and we all have a story to tell. And seeing that on the runway in so many different ways is very important. And seeing our own community on the runway is very important. So people walking on Friday as well as Thursday and Saturday are right from our community. They're volunteer models. They're the designers themselves. They're the designer community. So it's just, people pulling in their people to wear their stuff and bring that to a really fun community event. Elaine said it'll sell out. It really will. It sells out every year. It is very fun. It's a big party. It's always creative, a celebration, community celebration. And this year it's even more than that because it's supporting businesses that are putting in so much of themselves into what they make and what they open and what they bring to our community. And it's a great chance to support that and give back.
How do you sort of see Rochester in relation to the Milans and, sort of the biggest of the big in the Fashion Week world?
Yeah, so this year's runway will actually compete with the level of what that looks like. The runway, it's a 360 runway. People are going to walk all the way around. We've got a pit. We've got the VIP tables. The experience itself rivals that. It is a fashion show. I've been to New York fashion shows. It's really cool. And Fashion Week Rochester really is that cool. It's even cooler because it's our own community and it's so approachable and everyone there is there to support it and everyone who's working behind the scenes is there to support it. And this is the first year I'm involved to this level in Fashion Week, and the community,
volunteering her time.
Yeah, the community behind it is amazing. And then you just get to meet, like Marcel, we just met, and it's so fun. It's like you get to meet these people who are passionate about Rochester. They're passionate about the Center for Youth. They're passionate about creative community and bringing people together and supporting each other. it's like this, huge kind of community under community under community, and all coming together, and it's really cool.
Elaine has found a way to put a lot of people on the runway, a lot of kids, a lot of
kids,
obviously a lot of well-known Rochesterians, but also probably a lot of people who never thought they'd be walking on the
absolutely.
runway.
Yeah.
And what do you see when you see that happen?
It's so fun. I mean, it's also people, forcing themselves to get out of their comfort zone. We sometimes there are people we're still putting a little pressure on to kind of to get up there and to support, to do it for a cause is actually a lot easier sometimes than to just do it for yourself. And so that's the angle. That's how you get people to do it. So maybe we will get you on the runway, Evan. We'll do it for the cause. The furs and leather. I like
furs and leather.
Yeah. The T-Mobile.
He wants us to tell him how cute he is. We're not doing that anymore.
No,
we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
We're definitely not doing that.
Yeah.
So Julia's work, your curation, is on Friday.
Yeah.
Second night of Fashion Week. It's so Fashion Week, 3 nights, October 15, 16, 17. That's a Thursday through Saturday. FashionWeekRochester.org. I am late for our only break. We're going to kick Marcel out of here now. Did you have fun?
Oh, I had a great time.
You want to come back sometime?
Yes, please. Let's talk about the Cleveland-Rochester connection.
Well, listen, you and I can do that.
I was there for the 2016.
Oh, you were there in 16, the best sports year of my life. Okay, I don't want to get derailed here.
Marcel, I need to come over and see you so I can see the red hot stuff. We're going to go over, and we'll get a pair of pants for Evan.
Sal knows the way to my heart. But I will say this: I do really appreciate your genuine pride in Rochester, because nobody would say it's perfect. We all have problems. But positive energy is needed for any place that wants to rise.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. That's Marcel McCollough, designer and the owner of NoBlam, NoBlamCo.com. Online if you want to learn more there. We'll come right back and keep talking to the folks involved in Fashion Week Rochester 2026. This is Connections. I'm Evan Dawson. Yesterday we were live on the road at Ibero, and Ibero hosted us. We had a great conversation with Angelica and the team there. We talked to neighbors. We had a great live audience. A lot of local elected leaders were there. And we're going to do a lot more on the road. We were with the Center for Youth on the road earlier this summer.
Yep.
So it's a chance for us to keep putting the show in different spaces in community. And one of the things Angelica talked about, Elaine Spaull, before I talk to the other folks involved with Fashion Week here, kind of getting back to the challenge of doing the work you're doing for the center, she talked about how difficult it is. Literally every month, she said, we got to make payroll. We've got people to pay. Yeah. We want to pay them more. They deserve it. We're sometimes, struggling to just have enough cash flow because people don't understand all of the things that go into running an organization, all of the regulatory requirements, which, a lot of them have good reasons. Sometimes they're a little onerous. But she said, just in general, she was talking to Sarah Clark, a member of the New York State Assembly, who was asking her if you could wave a magic wand and change anything, what would it be? And there's not a perfect answer, but she just wants people to understand, there's administrative overhead that people always sneer at. There's very tight rules about how much money goes to overhead, how much is on programs, et cetera. And she said right now for the organization serving the communities in for her, the second poorest zip code in the state, and they're doing their damnedest to make change. What would you say people would be most surprised to understand, or the hardest things that you think people maybe don't understand?
I think it's difficult for people to realize that inflation is hitting everything we do, from heat to light to phones to gas for our vehicles, rents for our kids. At the same time, all of our other funding is flat. So you have this growing gap between, and Angie's right. The other thing is we always hope the state will have prompt pay. Federal government, if you get money, actually comes faster. So the prompt pay, sometimes we wait a very, very long time for our grants. So that's really the gap is growing between the costs of just doing business, food, gas, everything. Everything's more expensive, and our funding is flat. So if you have $200,000 from a federal grant, that's what it is for 5 years. And it doesn't take into account the growing inflationary costs. And I think that's the hardest. Our overhead is 12%. It's the lowest in the county. We put everything right back into program. And we should have a higher overhead than we do, but we try to keep it low, certainly under 15%, which, again, is unheard of. It's really important to me to do that. So, yeah.
Talking to Elaine Spaull, the executive director of the Center for Youth, and you're serving how many people right now?
We have about 40,000 young people from 0 to 23, most of them in schools. most of them in schools.
But as you said, the need in terms of youth homelessness, we talk about the fact that the city of Rochester has around 2,000 kids designated homeless. That means something. That's a range of meanings. That could mean
it could be doubling. It could be sleeping with a friend. It could sleeping at a friend's house, couch surfing in the park.
It's a lot of
whatever.
Different things.
It's a lot of other things. But we do know that there is, and a lot of our kids are homeless are invisible. You don't see them at 490 asking for money. Those are adults. I don't know. They probably live in suburban. They're wearing a North Face jacket. That's my other situation. I keep thinking about who are these people. But our kids are not. They're not doing that. But they are lost and they're alone often.
And so when it comes to beds, how many beds do you have?
Oh, gosh. So we have TLP beds. We have 13. We probably on any given night have 100 beds, maybe more, because we have scattered sites as well. Our own facilities, plus we have an apartment building we run with 16 beds, maybe 18 beds. And then we have kids scattered throughout the city. All of our sites are in the city.
This is the magic wand question. How many beds would you have if you had no limit to what you could do?
Well, if we could add 50 beds, I think that would be really lovely. We wouldn't want to run them all, though. We would love somebody else to step up and say, hey, we'll open a 12-bed transitional living house with you. We'd love that.
Okay. Do you have partners who are willing to do that?
Not yet.
Why do you think so?
I think it's hard. I think we have partners who are doing really, really good work with families and with moms and babies, but not very many. Well, nobody who wants to do it for really young, unaccompanied 12 to 21-year-olds.
Well, let's talk to the people to my left, Angela and Naz. Angela Monique is a vintage collector and a stylist with Brown Girls 2. First of all, get that microphone real close to you so I can hear you, Angela. Tell us what Brown Girls 2 is.
Brown Girls 2 is a vintage reselling shop that I own.
And where are you located?
I do not have a physical shop right now, but I am online at Brown Girls 2 on Instagram, TOO.
TOO.
Yes.
And what does Brown Girls 2 mean? Well, tell me a little bit about the meaning.
So it goes back to representation. Representation as a brown Black woman is really important to me. And growing up, thankfully, I was able to have a lot of representation, especially on TV shows, music, fashion. It's important to be able to see myself on a screen, to be able to know the possibilities, what my capabilities are. And when it came to the name, I wanted a reminder when I'm speaking to other people or even myself of what my value and importance is in this society. So Brown Girls 2.
How long you been doing that?
Brown Girls 2, I started in 2022.
Okay. And how did you get hooked up with Elaine Spaull in Fashion Week Rochester?
Great friends who know your possibilities before you consider them, speaking your name in rooms that you aren't aware of being spoken of. Taylor, who is a great friend of mine. Most people know them from Archivist Books. Connection to Elaine, and that brought me into the group.
So, Evan, I want to just say something because Angela is so special to me, because it's the first time I've trusted anybody to style and put our young women from the center on the runway, and I want her to be honored for that. It's always a journey when we give you young women who have all kinds of stories themselves. It's going to be remarkable. She's going to be on the Thursday night show, and I want to talk, if you wouldn't mind, I want to lift her up and honor her for that, because we've never done it before. I mean, and Naz is one of mine too. We'll talk to him in a second, but we never put our young people on the runway before, and 585 magazine is also featuring them. It's a really big deal. So, Angela, my love, tell these guys, get close to that mic, tell these guys about that experience. And is that okay?
Yeah. So what's going on Thursday? What are you going to do at Fashion Week?
So Thursday night, I am styling the girls for Center for Youth.
Let me just say Thursday, October 15th. Not this Thursday, not tomorrow.
No.
You got time.
We got lots of time.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Yes, I am styling the girls for their set, the Center for Youth girls. And I'm actually first up on Thursday night, so no pressure.
You're leading right off.
Yeah.
Have you been to Fashion Week before?
I have not. This will be my first. I had a set in a Fashion Week exhibition a few years ago, but that was on a smaller scale held at the public market. So this would be my first time in the actual show. So I'm really excited.
And you said no pressure, but Elaine's going to make sure you're comfortable and you're good to go there.
Of course, she's awesome.
What are you most excited about?
Styling the girls. and making sure that they feel beautiful and enjoy the night. The night's about them. We're raising money for them. It's such a privilege to be able to style the girls that, we're raising money for. And we all want to feel beautiful. We all want to feel valued and celebrated. And whenever I can play a part in that, especially with younger women, brown, Black women, or just women in general, sign me up. So I am so excited to play a part in Thursday night's show.
If you want to check out more on Brown Girls 2, where are you online?
Brown Girls 2 on Instagram.
On
TOO,
Instagram.
yes.
Brown Girls 2 on Instagram is where you will find Angela Monique. How did you get into vintage collecting?
Well, it started as a personal hobby. As most women, I enjoy shopping. I love that dopamine hit. But outside of that, I realized I really do enjoy coordinating outfits. I enjoy finding unique pieces, one-of-ones, patterns, colors, things like that, and creating stories behind them. I think it's also cool to own pieces that already have stories and then create your own stories with them. And so it's a joy of mine. My closet began to become a bit stuffed of things that I realized I wasn't wearing. And so I wanted to utilize, I love shopping, and I love seeing other people in things that, aren't necessarily affordable on a wider scale when shopping at regular stores and things, and to show the possibilities of thrifting, and that it's really, style is about individuality. It's not about a price tag. It's not about a label. It's about how you feel, dressing your emotions, dressing your own story. And you can do that in other ways outside of what is presented to us on TV. And so being able to thrift pieces and share those with other people really made a difference for me outside of just shopping for my own personal gain.
Define vintage for me. What does it mean to you?
I guess it's different for everyone. If we're talking vintage for myself, I'm a 90s child. So things above the early 2000s for me, just because I was a teenager during those times, it's not necessarily vintage to me yet. But 70s, 80s, 60s, vintage dresses, corsets, hats.
But not 90s.
90s for sure. 90s is actually my personal favorite genre when it comes to styling. If we're talking about what I own the most of, it's definitely 90s pieces, old college pieces especially. I love the athleisure style, so I own a lot of jerseys, a lot of sweats.
Everything was huge in the 90s. I look back, I was in high school in the 90s. I'm like, what were we doing?
It's great though, especially as a woman, because I feel like now, style changes a lot, but the idea of sexy or attractive or hot, it comes from the ideas of less clothing per se. And I don't feel like that's necessary. It's not necessary. You feel sexy in whatever it is that you feel most confident in. And I love hoodies. I love big clothes, which is hilarious considering what I do shop and sell to other people is so different from my personal style. But it's just a reminder that style has no limits. It's whatever you want it to be.
Well, I mean, I love it.
It's just so
She's
crazy.
even making me feel comfortable about clothing, which is hard to do.
Yeah, well, I'm also a mental health counselor. So
She really is. She has a really important day job.
Awesome.
Well, night job. She's an overnight counselor at a very important
13 years.
13 years, not at the center, but working with adults, so with challenges. So
Awesome.
that's her day/night job. So
Brown Girls 2 on Instagram if you want to learn more about what Angela Monique is doing, and maybe see some of the fits that Angela's even found.
Absolutely.
So awesome. So Thursday night, leading off, that's where you get to see Angela's work there.
Yeah.
At Fashion Week of Rochester. Great stuff. When are we going to see Naz? Naz Lucas
Naz
is with.
is going to be on Thursday night also. He's also on the Thursday night
He's
show.
a youth leader, clothing designer. Hey, welcome to you. Great to see you here. Thank you for being here. Well. So I'm going to tell you, you got to grab that microphone and stick it right in your face there, sir, because we want to hear you. So when did you meet Elaine Spaull? How did this all come together for you?
I would say being involved with the Center for Youth. Mr. Eli Cotton, he actually introduced me to Miss Elaine.
Okay, and you want to tell a little bit of that backstory too, Elaine?
Yeah, so Naz, we've known you for a very long time, haven't we, buddy?
Yes.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah.
About your own family involvement.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so my mom, she actually was involved with the Center for Youth when I was a small child, and she said she really received a lot of help just being going into adulthood and having me at the same time. from the Center for Youth. So, you know, she's just always put it in my ear to, you know, go check out what they got going on, and, you know, stuff like that. And I actually did. I went down there, and then, you know, from there, it's just been a great experience for me.
How did you become a clothing designer?
Okay, during quarantine, I would say 2020, I've always been a connoisseur of nice things, you know what I'm saying? Like nice clothing, whether it be just stuff. So I like nice stuff. But at the time, I wasn't able to afford it, you know, so growing up with a single household, mom, you know, no father, stuff like that. So I was just like, why not make my own stuff, you know? So that's just, during quarantine, I was bored, just in the house, like, let me try to put something on a shirt. And that's how it came about.
And did you have people around you saying, like, hey, you can do this?
Yes, actually, I dropped my first piece on my birthday of 2020, October 26th. So, and then, you know, I took a couple shirts to school and whatnot, let my friends wear them, and it was kind of like promotional pieces, right? And then they would tell me, like, yo, you should keep going, like, you might have something here. So ever since then, I've just been making clothes.
First of all, I mean, congratulations on the success.
Thank you.
And you're going to be out there again Thursday night?
Thursday night. So Thursday nights is sort of the night when we just celebrate our community. We call it the edgy night. It's going to start out with Brinkin dancers. It's going to end with 25 Latinx men and Bad Bunny. It's crazy. Thursday night is the night. Now, both nights are amazing. It's amazing. Saturday night, we're going to start with an original Garth Fagan dance. So it's all good. I wish we had another hour. But Naz and Angela and certainly Marcel, some of our new, well, they're not emerging, they're proven designers, but we want to give them a chance. And, you know, Friday's the family show and Thursday's kind of a glam, you know, more sophisticated. We want to really have a ball on Thursday night, and these guys are going to make it happen. Naz didn't bring a jacket. He has a leather jacket that we all want.
I actually brought it.
Where is it, honey?
It's in my book. I can show you guys.
It's in your bag right there?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, take your headphones off and go grab it.
Grab the
bag
YouTube
audience wants to see this.
We want to see it because
I
I said, NazMeir, go ahead, honey. Okay, he brought pieces. Okay,
bring it out.
Bring it out, right? I mean, adorable. Again, Evan, I want you to.
Next year we're gonna make a little runway right here.
Right here.
In
little
the studio.
tiny
capsule collection.
Yeah.
Elaine will jump up on the table.
I will.
And
So look at this, and so he's putting cool things together. Well, you have to lift it up, I think, sweetie pie.
I want you to look right there. So there you go.
Okay, there
Show
you
it
go.
off for the camera for the
So
YouTube
shut up.
audience.
So
there.
look at that. He's got.
This is one I call Blinded by Color.
So,
Blinded by color.
Blinded by color.
Okay.
There's eyes around it.
Oh, there's eyes. Okay, those are eyes.
You see the eyes?
Yep, I see the eyes.
Okay, the
So
lashes.
you might look at this and be like, oh, there's random colors on it, but each color symbolizes something like very special.
So now what you got to do is
Sit
take your
down
bag
so
on the
we
floor
can-
and get back on your
Take your
microphone. 'cause
seats
we
so
got
we can
2.5 minutes left,
Okay.
and I want the full show here.
We're gonna fit the show. I mean, I got my stuff in my bag. I mean, he's the best.
Yes.
So can you reach down and get? Is there a jacket in there?
Yes,
Look at me.
I'll
I'm
probably
so bossy. I can't stand myself.
Okay,
but
you know.
I am. But
You know.
look. Okay, so this is a very cool jacket, and again. I'm his agent, as you can see. He's putting things together. He's making it work, and you know. Let me just say a word about NazMeir, who started as he just came to connect, and has risen up in a very short time to be a youth
Let me see
leader.
that jacket.
And
so
it's denim. You start with that.
yeah. So why don't you tell us about
it's
this one
denim.
here?
So
So that was the jacket that started it all, really. This is my first runway. I did my first show with this jacket.
we
with the
can't
Center for
see it
Youth.
on the
Oh,
camera.
I'm sorry, everybody. That's okay.
No, you
I've got it here. They've got it.
There you go. There you go. Okay,
There you
now
go.
we
Go
have
ahead,
it.
Naz.
And
Go
it
ahead,
basically just symbolizes like being that guy, like being him, being the guy who actually created this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and being someone who can wear it. You know, like I want people who put that on to realize that they are the main character. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
This is a main
Totally
character
does.
jacket.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
main character.
Man.
This is not oh man, what's the background character? What's that called? Like a non-player character, like an NPC. This
Yeah,
is not one of them.
no, this is not
the
that.
main character.
This is not.
Exactly.
Okay.
Evan is so. He got cooler. I feel like
Yeah.
Evan got cooler.
It took me a minute
I
to
think
think
he's done his
NPC.
research.
I think
No,
I, yeah.
he got
Yeah.
cooler.
So listen.
Doesn't he got cooler?
So
Yeah.
we're just getting a little taste here, and we're down to our last minute. So Thursday night, Fashion Week, October 15th. You excited?
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
How many pieces you got there going in there?
Going into so Miss Elaine told me to have 6, but I have a little bit more than that.
Yes,
More than merrier.
Seriously, yes, more. Everybody's got more in their pocket, so we'll see how it goes. The
Yes.
Thursday No show is going to be 7 hours long. No, it's not. It's going to be a very long show. But we have some local, even some staff at the center who want to wear his things, and I have a couple of young women. Julia and I are sort of stalking that young woman that we see at Winter Swan.
Yes, Asha. Asha, where are you? Can
Asha,
you
where are
contact
you?
me?
She answered me. So
Yeah,
I'm going to
great.
give you Asha. We're stalking. We go up to people like, hey, have you ever modeled? Like, what? And then they say, sure. So, but Naz is, again, when people want to say, I'm going to cry, like negative things about our kids, think about Naz. Think about Marcel. Will you do that for me?
I mean,
think about these
this
guys.
is a
Think
great
about
story, Naz.
Angela. Think about Julia. Think about the young people who are going to have a fairer, more equitable life because of Fashion Week and because of all of these people in this room right now, and because of you, Evan. God bless you. You know,
Well,
you're
I
my
can't
buddy.
advocate for anything but WXXI, but I will say if you're interested, tickets are on sale tonight.
Tonight,
for
launching
Fashion Week.
FashionWeekRochester.org.
is the website. You're
Yeah.
going to see Naz there. Good luck to you, by the way.
Thank you.
I don't know that you need any luck. Same.
He
same,
doesn't. He
same
doesn't.
with Angela. Same with Marcel. Really awesome stuff from them. Great meeting all of you. Thank you. Julia, thank you for telling your story and
Of
all the
course.
work you're doing for Fashion Week. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
I know it's going to be busy. And Elaine Spaull, thank you.
You're welcome, buddy.
Great to see you.
Good to see you.
Keep us appraised of what's going on, too, with the feds.
I will.
I know there's a lot
I'll let you know.
happening.
You know, we should come back. Maybe Angie and I'll come back
I
some
got
other
more
time.
connections next hour.
I know you
but
do.
We'll get you another day.
Okay, we'll get another day.
This program is a production of WXXI Public Radio. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of this station, its staff, management, or underwriters. The broadcast is meant for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or use in another medium without expressed written consent of WXXI is strictly prohibited. Connections with Evan Dawson is available as a podcast. Just click on the Connections link at WXXInews.org.